Theo Von, an absolute educated genius that we should all be listening to, especially in the regard of foreign politics, foreign affairs, and international relations, is going to chime in on Gaza. I'm Tal the Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince. Let's take a look.
It's the sickest thing I think it's ever been televised. Basically, if you consider watching something on your phone being televised,
sad, man.
It feels like a massacre, and it feels like, I've called it a genocide. Other people have different thoughts about it, and that's fine, right? And I don't need anybody to share the same thoughts, or you two. But I think where it gets scary is that we give, we're complicit in it because we help fund like military stuff, and that's where as like a regular guy, you're like, well, I'm paying these taxes, and they're going towards this, like, but you can't do anything, like you can talk. But it's like, you can't, I don't understand how it becomes like tough for people. Like sometimes it feels like we look out for the interests of Israel before we look out for the interests of America.
So let me say a couple things. So number one, like, I think you're a great dude, so we don't always have to agree on everything. Do I think do I think it's a genocide? No. And here's the reason why I don't think it's a genocide, because I don't think that the Israelis are purposely trying to go in and murder every Palestinian. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they got hit hard, and I think they're trying to, like, sort of destroy this terrorist organization, and war is hell. And that is true. I also think it's true, man. I mean, I've seen people on my side of the political aisle. I'm a Republican, that, but your audience may not, who like will see these videos of these innocent Palestinian kids and say, oh, well, they had it coming to them. No. Like if you have a soul, your heart should break when you see a little kid who's suffering, which is why we have the policy that we have, which is we're trying to eliminate the conflict, and eliminate the source of the conflict, so that we can actually bring some peace and some humanitarian assistance into people. And that's my basic view. And the president's interesting. He's a pro-Israel guy.
Yeah.
And he also recognizes that to bring any conflict to a close, you've got to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And so, we've been attacked. I've been attacked. The president's been attacked for being too interested in diplomacy. And you ask, like, what can I do? I think that what people should demand is that if our tax dollars are going to something, we should be actively trying to fix it. Okay, that's kind of the way that I think about it. And what happened with the Biden administration, man, it's crazy. They were spending so much money all over the world. They weren't engaged in diplomacy at all. So we sent $300 billion to Ukraine, for example, and you never had the president of the United States actually trying to force a diplomatic settlement. You talk about bodies all over the ground. Dude, the Russia-Ukraine thing is the most vicious. We see satellite images, we see classified images, man. It is vicious. And again, I will hear people who will say, well, they're, again, mostly on our side, will say, oh, these, the Russians got killed. That's a good thing. Look, I'm not defending the invasion. I'm not defending starting a war. But when human beings are getting blown to bits, your heart should feel sad about that. Yeah. And you should try to do something to fix it. And that's what we're trying to do. And we get crap for it. But again, that's like the part that makes me feel the best about my job, is whether it's in Israel or Russia, Ukraine, like, we're actually trying to bring this stuff to some settlement and to some close. And if we do, we're going to save a lot of lives. And if we don't, it was worth a try.
I just love, from the perspective of Theo Von, it's the worst thing that's ever been televised. Hi, October 7th. He's like, I'm just a normal dude. I'm like, no, you're not a fucking normal dude, jackass. You're not a normal dude at all. You're a guy with hundreds of millions of followers, with a platform that could reach hundreds of millions of people. You want to see an end to the war? Advocate for the release of the fucking hostages. That's the only reason the war is still going on. You're not a politician. You're not a political guy. You want to see the end of this war. You want to stop seeing this genocide on TV that's being televised to you, the worst thing that's ever been televised to you. Theo Von, thank you. We'll just ignore Syria, Lebanon, the Congo. We'll ignore Ethiopia. We'll ignore Somalia. We'll ignore Sudan. Happening now, by the way. Happening right now. Live, televised in front of you. You're just not looking. You're choosing not to look. But we'll put that on the side for a second. You want to see an end? Advocate. Use your platform. All your retarded comedian friends. Get them all on TV. Get them all on the podcast together. All on YouTube. Advocate for the end of the fucking war. Advocate for the release of the hostages. Simple as that. If you guys all used your platform, 1 month it'd be over. If all of you were to do it, 1 month it would be over. The problem is you have fucking dumbasses like you who get up on and you start saying genocide, start cozying up to Candace Owens, start cozying up to the woke right retarded people who are continuously advocating for Israel to be destroyed. And I know that Theo Von doesn't want Israel to be destroyed because he's too stupid to even, he wouldn't be able to choose Israel on a map. But I know he's not advocating for that. But if you were just use your brain cells, you have a massive platform. 1 month, it's over. You guys continue to embolden Hamas by yelling Palestine, genocide, this, free Palestine, whatever it be. It'll never end. It's never going to fucking end. I'll see you guys the next one. Love you a long time. Goodbye.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.